Students, today we are going to see Unit 4 Electric Charge and Electric Current. In previous video, we have learnt about resistance, electric circuit diagram, symbols in electrical circuits, series circuits, parallel circuits, heating effect, chemical effect and magnetic effect. Now let us recall previous class portions. Resistance. The resistance is the measure of opposition offered by the component to the flow of electric current through it. 1 ohm. 1 ohm is the resistance of a component when the potential difference of 1 volt applied across the component drives a current of 1 ampere through it. Resistor. Components used for providing resistance are called as resistors. The resistors can be fixed or variable. Electric circuit diagram. To represent an electrical wiring or solve problem involving electric circuits, the circuit diagrams are made. Series circuit. In a series circuit, the components are connected one after another in a single loop. The current in each point of the circuit is same. Parallel circuit. In a parallel circuit, there is more than one path for the electric charge to flow. The potential difference across separate parallel branches are same. Joule heating. Work has to be done to overcome the resistance, which is converted into heat energy. This conversion of electrical energy into heat energy is called Joule heating. Electrolysis and electrolyte. The process of conduction of electric current through solutions is called electrolysis. The solution through which the electricity passes is called electrolyte. Magnetic effect of current. A wire or a conductor carrying current develops a magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of the flow of current. In today's class, our learning objectives are understand direct current and alternating current, know the safety aspects related to electricity. Types of current. There are two distinct types of electric current. They are direct current and alternating current. Now let us see the direct current. We already know that the current in electrical circuit is due to the motion of positive charge from higher potential to lower potential or electron from lower potential to higher electrical potential. That is, electrons move from negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal of the battery. Here, battery is used to maintain a potential difference between two ends of the wire. Battery is one of the sources of DC current. Direct current is an electric current that unidirectional, so the flow of charges is always in the same direction. See the diagram. Here the current and time. Here the current flow in the same direction. The current is in y-axis and time is in x-axis. So for the variation of the current and the variation of the time, the current flows in the same direction. That is, the intensity of the current vary with time, but the direction of movement stays the same at all times. Some other sources of DC are solar cells, thermocouples, etc. Many electronic circuits use DC. Direct current is used in any electronic device with a battery for a power source. Example of devices which work on DC are cell phones, radio, electric keyboard, electric vehicles, etc. What is called an alternating current? If the direction of the current in a resistor or in any other element changes its direction alternately, the current is called an alternating current. See the diagram. Here the direction changes. First it moves upward and then downward and upward. Now it varies sinusoidally with time. Sinusoidally means the current that describes a smooth periodic oscillation. We have to characterize this variation by a term called as frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of complete cycle of variation gone through by the AC in 1 second. That is, within 1 second the number of complete cycle of variation is called as frequency. So in this diagram the movement of the wave is called as a frequency. Now in this condition, how the electrons will flow in AC? In AC, electrons do not flow in one direction. The reason for this is the potential of the terminals vary between high and low alternatively. So the electrons move to and fro in the wire carrying alternating current. In our home, the current is in the form of AC. Suppose if we want to use an electrical device in DC, we have to use a device to convert AC to DC. The device used to convert AC to DC is called as rectifier. The device used to convert AC to DC is called as rectifier. It is also called several names like battery eliminator, DC adapter and so on. Suppose if we want to convert DC to AC, what we have to do? We have to use a device inverter to convert DC into AC. Now let us see the symbols used in AC and DC circuits. See the diagram. This is the circuit diagram for DC voltage circuit symbol, and this is AC voltage circuit symbol. If there is AC, the symbol is like this. If we have DC in the circuit, the symbol is like this. And then a line represents DC and then this curved line represents AC. Suppose if we have a line and curve, we have to use DC, A or AC. Now the advantages of AC over DC. The voltage of AC can be varied easily using a device called transformer. The AC can be carried over long distances using step-up transformers. Direct current cannot be transmitted over long distances. It is easy to convert AC into DC, and generating AC is easier than DC. The AC can produce electromagnetic induction, which is useful in several ways. What is electromagnetic induction? It is the production of an electromotive force across an electric conductor in changing magnetic field. Now advantage of DC. Electroplating, electrorefining and electrotyping can be done only using DC. Electricity can be stored only in the form of DC. In India, the voltage and frequency of AC used for domestic purpose is 220 volts and 50 hertz respectively. That is, in India we have to use the voltage as 220 and then frequency is 50 hertz. Whereas in United States of America it is 110 voltage and 60 hertz. That is, in America they are using only 110 volts and then the frequency is 60 hertz. Now the dangers of electricity and precautions to be taken. The following are the possible dangers as far as electric current is concerned. Damaged insulation. Do not touch the bare wire. Use safety gloves and stand on insulating tool or rubber slippers while handling electricity. Overload of power sockets. Don't connect too many electrical devices to a single electric socket. Inappropriate use of electrical appliances. Use the electrical appliances according to the power rating of the device like AC point, TV point, micro oven point, etc. Environment with moisture and dampness. Keep the place where there is electricity out of moisture and wetness, as it will lead to leakage of electric current. Beyond the reach of children. The electric sockets are to be kept away from the reach of little children who do not know the dangers of electricity. Resistance of a dry human body is about 1 lakh ohm. Because of the presence of water in our body, the resistance is reduced to few hundred ohm. Thus, a normal human body is a good conductor of electricity. Hence, precautions are required while doing electrical work. That is why precautions are required while we are doing in electrical work. The reason is the presence of water in our body. The resistance is reduced to few hundred ohm. Thus, a normal human body is a good conductor of electricity. So, precautions are required while doing electrical work. Thank you, students.